Hello, welcome back to GameSpot's coverage of E3 2016. It's day 2, folks. We are 2 conferences down. We got a bunch more to do, and I'm delighted to be joined by this beautiful, beautiful couch of Mike Mahardy, Robert Crossley, and the one and only Dave Jewett. How you doing, gentlemen?
Very good. Only my dad calls me Robert.
It's because you're in trouble, my friend. Because I'm going to make you leak Xbox rumors for the next 30 minutes. Xbox's conference, Microsoft's conference rather, starting over in the Galen Center on Figueroa, not too far from here. In about 25 minutes' time, we are 2 for 2 on late press conferences, though, so there's a very good chance we're going to have to stretch this one out for a little while.
Microsoft tends to run the tighter ship, though.
They do.
Yeah.
They're first up as well, which is always very interesting, especially when it comes to the hardware stuff. Sony are always able to do a little bit of jiggery-pokery. There was that famous one, I guess 2 years ago now, with Don Matrick, with that whole sort of the reaction that happened with the Sony conference. And we're going to have the same thing this year, I guess, because they're on at like 6 p.m. tonight, Pacific time. But let's get into the rumors themselves, what we think Microsoft is going to show. Might as well start off with hardware, first of all. There are 3 pieces of hardware that are rumored to be shown at some sort of description here. What do we think of? Let's start. The first one, the Xbox One Slim. Who wants to take this one?
I'll take the Slim. So this is all but virtually confirmed now.
Right.
I mean, there's a leaked image of it. The leaked image seems to match every single thing people have said about it. There's this amazing picture doing the rounds on Twitter of Phil Spencer's reaction as he sees the leaked
his
own console. So the internet even has a picture of his reaction to a leak. The internet now has everything.
Do we have a picture of his reaction to the reaction?
That's what we need.
My God, how did we get that?
To announce on stream.
So
him reacting again.
Yeah.
So 40% the size of the Xbox One?
Yeah, the devil's going to be in the details on this.
Right.
I mean, apparently it's going to be a slightly upgraded GPU to the extent that it can play 4K video.
Okay, yeah.
When you start meddling with those things, you're suddenly building a new console entirely because you're building a new GPU-CPU combo.
Right.
So that begs the question, I mean, will that have any impact on games? Probably not. It's probably just going to be for 4K video.
And presumably, if they're going to go with the Scorpio, which is their, I mean, you're talking like something like 4 times the performance that we're currently getting out of the Xbox One. Maybe, you know, muddying that message with like the Xbox One Slim also being an upgrade might be a bit too much for the market.
Yeah, because it makes the vanilla Xbox One look like...
Yeah. I mean, is there anything else that you could do to the original Xbox One to make it look old at this stage? Mike, what do you think about Scorpio in particular? Do you think we'll see it today?
No, I don't think so. Just because, I mean, the Slim and then, like, that seems like that'll just take up their hardware space. That alone is, like you were saying, the minor details of that, but also just the fact that it's been long enough since the Xbox One release. I think people might be somewhat excited for actually a new version. But I also think that with Sony not, you know, ostensibly not showing any of their hardware, the Neo or the 4.5, then this kind of leaves a door open for Microsoft. So if they did show the Scorpio, I think that would just absolutely, like, blow Sony out of the water.
Unless Sony were just saying that, so that Microsoft wouldn't do anything.
The bait and switch.
Scheming, all part of the E3 mysteries. Dave, what do you think about all this hardware stuff?
I mean, it's about time that Microsoft launched some new hardware, I think. Like, personally, I was a little bit disappointed with the Xbox One.
Yeah.
And if they're going to beef it up and make it a little sexier, a little smaller, and, you know, run a little better, then I'd probably run out and get one at this point. Just because I think with the upgrade and some of the new games that are coming out, it might actually be worth it, whereas when I picked up the original Xbox One, I felt like I made a mistake.
Right, yeah. Wasn't that much stuff going on there in terms of software.
I mean, all credit to Phil Spencer and the Xbox team. They have done a remarkable job in turning that ship around.
They inherited a real problem there.
Yeah, they inherited a poison chalice and all that. They inherited a real mess. But
got any more metaphors there? Got a roll here.
Not right now. I'll
right.
be there though. But you know, they turned things around. But fundamentally, the console is underpowered.
Yeah.
Meaningfully underpowered. Significantly underpowered. They can't get around that fact. And I guess they're saying, well, we can't get around that fact. We're going to have to launch new hardware.
Yeah, perception is everything. Let's talk about the other, like, sort of third I guess, cog in this hardware wheel. The set-top box kind of plug-in thing. It's like almost like Chromecast that's been rumored. Will we see this here? I mean, it seems like it's predominantly video. This is a video games thing. Mike, what do you think about that bad boy?
I don't think we will see it here. It does like really interest me a lot as far as because that was like what they would need to run the Crackdown 3 multiplayer they showed how many years ago?
Oh right.
Yeah, because I guess Pete Brown was describing it to me because I'm kind of a layman with this stuff, but he was saying it's like it's pulling RAM from cloud servers, I believe,
Right.
like compounded RAM to like supplement the Xbox Ones or something to that effect. Which
I think the consoles will be able to do that as well, though, right?
I'm not sure.
I was under the understanding, at least the leaks around this rumor was that it was predominantly a Chromecasty type thing.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, that it's just going to be a media player.
Yeah.
And is this the time to announce a media player, especially if they're juggling an Xbox Slim and
Right.
a Scorpio? Are they really going to put in the equation? Oh, let's also talk about the bloody set-top box at the same time. No.
Yeah.
They
Probably
can't.
not. Let's get out of hardware. The world of, I mean, we'll know all that stuff pretty soon. I think that'll be front and center during the conference. But there is a bunch of games to talk about. So let's jump straight into it. I guess the obvious ones, first of all, Gears of War 4. They showed it last year, the weirdly dark demo that you couldn't really see what the goddamn hell was going on. They've had a bunch of trailers and little teasers and stuff since. Dave, what do you think we're going to see at Gears of War 4?
Hopefully we get to see a bunch more gameplay. Hopefully a solid release date. Like, personally, I played Gears of War at launch, and I want a good reason to get back into Gears of War 4. And now the Coalition is obviously managing it and developing it. I hope that they've put their personal spin on the Gears of War franchise, inject something fresh into it, and make me want to start chainsawing Locust in half again.
So that's the worry, because the beta was, I mean, it felt really familiar, but almost like too familiar. Like it felt like, oh, I'm picking up Gears of War again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember playing this 10 years ago. Not much has changed. Did any of you guys play the multiplayer beta?
A little bit, yeah, and it's a Herculean task. I mean, when Gears of War came out in 2007, that was the new bar for like third-person shooting,
Yes,
and that
for
was like
sure.
its own style. And I don't know, how do you top that? Because when people play a Gears of War, that's what they're expecting. So how do you deviate from that, but also iterate on it in a way that's going to make people come back for a fifth game, including Judgment? But they also said they're returning to their horror roots, which is interesting.
I don't remember
because
it being a horror game.
no, like the first one, there was a couple times with like the Krill,
Right,
the Tori part, the Berserker. That was kind of, it was less like just cover shooting than it was actually like kind of tension.
Maybe they meant like atmospheric roots
Maybe,
or
yeah.
something?
So I would like them to do that, to return back to that kind of atmosphere that that preceded like the all-out like
Right.
bombastic action of 2 and especially 3. But
And then Judgment was, yeah, just
right,
all that.
just
It
an
was-
arcade shooter almost.
totally.
I'm curious about it. I'm hoping they can actually like make me excited for it, because right now I'm just kind of tepid.
Yeah, some footage of daytime would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to see daytime. If you're in the Twitch chat or on the GameSpot chat, by all means, get your questions in there. I am looking in there to pluck some out. But we got a bunch of more games to talk about. Crackdown 3. So they showed this a while back, maybe 2 E3s ago. At Gamescom, then, they showed a bunch more. Peter Brown was on here yesterday talking a little bit about it, having played some of that and seen that sort of cloud destruction stuff. Which one of you is interested in Crackdown 3?
I've played it. Well, I played a demo of it at Gamescom.
He's choking up just thinking about it.
It was so beautiful. That server architecture. I was really impressed by what they were doing with it. It was interesting to see what Crackdown was. Crackdown 3 was Microsoft's vision for server-side gameplay.
Right.
When they announced the original Xbox One, the devastating media briefing, they were talking about it being an always online machine, and it's always going to be connected to servers, and they never really spoke about what the benefits of that would be.
Yeah.
Crackdown 3 is an example of those benefits. Crackdown 3 is a game that's constantly connected to the internet, that uses Microsoft's server infrastructure to render destructions of entire cities right in front of you.
And when it was happening, did it seem like, oh, this is not something that like current consoles could do? This feels like a jump to a new type of technology.
It seemed just a shade above what consoles can do. I mean, they were talking about it being like, something that you could never envision doing on
In your wildest dreams.
yeah. But I mean, it was still rather impressive, I thought.
Okay.
I mean, everything was destructible. So so it's all worked via the servers, via the cloud, basically. And so yeah, apparently that's what cloud computing is like in gaming.
So it'll be interesting to see what that sort of manifests as, because the messaging over this stuff has changed so much since that presentation Don Matrick did.
Yeah.
Like, is this the game? Is this like built into the game that makes it an online, like always online experience? Is this a separate multiplayer weird fiasco thing that happens on the side? Because I mean, presumably you could just destroy the entire city.
Yeah,
and that was it. Like, I've beaten Crackdown.
I went round, went nuts.
All the agility orbs are just like lying in the rubble. I mean, that'd be all right.
To be honest,
play that.
now that I think about it, it was quite cool seeing buildings collapse on other people.
Right.
To hurt someone, I would destroy a building near them.
Seems a bit excessive.
It seems a bit excessive.
Just probably shoot them, really.
But when in Rome.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I think they're going to be showing that off a lot today.
I'm ready for a Crackdown. I mean, Crackdown 2 came out, 2010. So it's been it's July 6th, 2010.
What did you think of Crackdown 2?
Crackdown 2 was like too hot off the heels of Crackdown 1.
Yeah.
It was like, we haven't changed much about this game at all. Go play Crackdown again. And it was Crackdown was one of those first open world action games where it was like, oh my god, I could bounce around everywhere and explore, and like all anyone wanted to do was collect orbs, right? Like the actual game itself was like, picking up cars and whatever. It wasn't that crazy. And then like in the preceding years we had all these games like Infamous and I can't even think of Prototype, yeah. And then the Crackdown 2 came out and it was like, all right. Whereas like now it's like, okay, like 6 years has passed.
Yeah,
let's get back to just blowing up cities for no reason.
It was a bit of a misstep, wasn't it?
I mean, they were probably stuck for like exclusives around then, and they kind of are now as well. Speaking of which, actually, another one they showed off, and another one that they showed off a lot of at Gamescom was Scalebound, which I feel like went through a weird sort of discovery period for everyone, because it was like, oh my god, they're doing like some sort of like JRPG thing, and then they showed it, and it was like this punk ass Dante wannabe. Like, I'm not sure the attitude really worked. Any JRPG fans here, or any like action?
When I saw Scalebound, it was like out of the left field. It was skinny jeans and techno music mixed with dudes in armor and dragons. But pun aside, the sense of scale of the game was extremely impressive. And I mean, the experience of just commanding a dragon, putting some headphones on, and bashing dudes. It looks fun. Whether or not it's gonna have the depth that a lot of people want it to have, I'm not too sure. Hopefully we see more, because there was only really that 8-minute gameplay demo I think we saw at GameSpot.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're going to show it off again.
And they were attempting to show off some of the combat mechanics in there, and be like, okay, this is how you take this stuff down. This is how the dragon plays into it. The dragon talks.
I find that. I mean, I find it mind-boggling. Bayonetta works because it's such a tight slash game.
Right.
You get in close, even if it's a giant boss. You beat them by getting in close and doing your slashes, right? And that's the same throughout the entire game. With Scalebound, it's the same idea of hack and slash. You get close to an enemy, do your combos, do your balletic maneuvers.
Yeah.
But there's also a giant dragon that's that's swinging his tail across in front of you, and
it's a bit of a contradiction, is it?
Yeah. How does that work? And apparently, this is like 4-player co-op you can do on this.
Right. Yeah.
4 dudes, 4 dragons.
See, that's the problem, right? Is that there was a year there where every game was 4-player co-op.
That's right.
And then a lot of people have like sort of pulled away from that. I mean, Fable Legends doesn't even exist anymore, right? Yeah. So there was a while, especially Microsoft actually, who were like, we're going to make co-op experience on like asymmetric multiplayer with like 6 people, and now it's like, oh wait, no, that's crap. Like a lot of people don't like doing that,
or don't have 3 friends,
and then you've got a problem like Evolve had, which is you're playing with pubs and it just doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
It's just the difficulty's all up. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. Moving right along, let's talk about Gwent. So this is the big rumor where the Fig, the hotel across the way, has 3 big weird CD Projekt things on it. One of the guys, a guy I follow, John McKillop, is at the Xbox briefing right now and has seen CD Projekt Red staff walking in. So there is a good shout that we will see whatever they're going to show off. I can't imagine it's Cyberpunk.
No.
We haven't had any like rumor or teasers or fanfare behind that at all.
As an aside, wouldn't it be great if it was Cyberpunk?
If like the Gwent thing was like a massive like
they'd hired outside of a hotel
or
just as a massive joke. They were like, oh, by the way, it's actually
like they spend like a week painting this thing on the Fig, and then it just like gets torn down.
Yeah,
and it's that girl with the thing sticking out.
I would love that so much.
That'd be wonderful. Yeah, so I guess Gwent, you're a big Hearthstone fan, Rob.
Mad about Hearthstone.
Gwent.
I imagine, like with Hearthstone, I will imagine, I won't be interested in playing it I'll play it for 5 minutes, and 1 year later I will emerge after having played it all the time that I absolutely adore it. These things, they're very Moorish.
Yeah.
They're very addictive, these games.
And there's also like on the banner on the fig, you can see like there's like a Siri playing with her phone. So maybe this is coming out on Windows phones. They probably won't say Apple during this conference, but you know,
out of all the
Apple's
card games that have been shoehorned into bigger games, though, like I mentioned, Caravan for Forza.
right, yeah,
Gwent is easily the best.
of all of those, yeah. Probably.
You're mad into Gwent as well, aren't you?
Yeah, but in a like the way I liked Gwent in The Witcher was because it was such a like dumb aside, and there was just something wonderful about this being a completely optional thing that was actually like really, really deep. Like it breathed like life into the world to be like this whole thing exists and you don't have to worry about it if you don't want to. And my favorite aspect of it was the fact that you'd be talking to this guy about like how his like wife and his daughter have been kidnapped by witches, and like, yo, you want to play some Gwent now?
Yeah. Hold on a minute, mate.
Yeah.
What's that card?
Exactly, yeah. Bloody Baron's got this sick card, and you're like talking to somebody in like a thing, and it's like, you heard about the Bloody Baron's card? Yeah, like just like as a total aside, you're like, all right, yeah, tell me about the Bloody Baron's card. It was great because you just have these like conversations. You'd be searching for just random jerks. Like the first person you talk to in is a Whiterun or whatever. Like
Skyrim.
The Gwent. Oh, it's Skyrim. Sorry. White Orchard. There you go.
Yeah.
In The Witcher, it's like you then find out like, oh, I had a really sick Gwent card. Gotta find him now, don't I? He's in Oxenfurt.
It's quite funny how The Witcher just takes a break from slaying griffins to basically collect Pokemon.
Yeah, totally. It is basically Pokemon. Look, there is a
What a
Pokemon-style Gwent tournament in Novigrad, the capital, during that game. Like, it is
Serious?
wonderful. Yeah. And when I went over to talk to those guys, like, Gwent was made by one designer. And then he was, like, working on it on the side. Because they had some little mini-games in Witcher 2. What was the one they had? I forget what it was. It was, like, way, way smaller. And so they were working on other ones. And then he developed this game. And then they were like, oh, yeah, great. Let's make a bunch of dumb, like, side quests. And then they made, like, an actual, like, quest
Physical
line
board
on its
for it
own.
now as well, isn't there? You can buy actual Gwent sets.
Yeah, Hearts. If you get Hearts of Stone, they shipped with Gwent cards in them.
Yeah.
Weird.
As an aside,
Weird.
What an amazing success story for that designer
Totally.
to make Gwent, and now it's going to be
Yeah.
like, its own thing.
I hope he's seeing some of that.
Yeah,
Because that would be
hopefully.
a real pain in the ass.
He deserves a cut. A little
Yeah,
bit,
yeah.
you know, a little bit off the top.
That's like the Geometry Wars thing. And was that Project Gotham, the first one with Geometry Wars?
Dark
Yeah, it was
Nations,
like it was like
Yeah,
an
yeah.
Easter egg, wasn't it?
It was, and it ended up getting spun out into a different game. Actually, let's talk about that. There's been some PGR rumors recently.
Yeah, I don't know who owns the IP
Right.
because.
Well, it was a
Dark Nations
It's always been a Microsoft.
Oh, okay.
like,
no, you're,
game.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, it was Activision bought Bizarre Creations, the developer of Project Gotham Racing. Oh, and then they didn't make Project Gotham, did they? They made Blur.
Yes.
That's right. So Microsoft does own their property.
Which sadly, Bizarre. That was the last game they made. Yeah, and that was a great game. I really liked Blur.
loved that game.
It was fun. It was Mario Kart with real cars, and there was a level in Brighton.
Why didn't everyone play it, Danny?
I know, because it came out the same week as that bloody other one.
Oh yeah.
Split Second, wasn't it?
Split Second,
Yeah,
yeah.
those two like crazy arcade racers came out within like a week of each other.
And they
and
also
just
came out
cannibalized each other.
They came out the same week as Red Dead Redemption as well.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, I wanted to drive cars. No, actually, I think I'll be a cowboy.
I'm going to do a bit of an inside baseball here. So basically, one of the heads of Disney phoned his boss. Disney published Split Second.
Yes.
One of the heads of Disney phoned his boss and said, Rockstar are releasing Red Dead Redemption
Yeah.
the same week as us. I think we should delay Split Second for a few more months. And his boss came back, and this is a true story apparently. His boss came back and said, we're not going to be afraid of a game about cowboys.
Really? Game of the generation.
Yeah, yeah.
They probably should have been afraid of a game.
A game of cowboys. Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
Did you see a nice car outside the Xbox showroom as we were
Yeah,
walking
so
past?
the Forza Horizon 3 image got leaked. I think it was a few weeks ago.
Right.
Showed a black and orange Lamborghini.
Mm.
And leaving the hotel this morning, there was a black and orange Lamborghini with Major Nelson sitting next to it. So I was like, okay, Forza Horizon 3 is coming.
Yeah, that's a good shout, I guess. So last year they had it was Forza, Forza, I forget which one, it was a 5, I guess, where they had the McLaren P1, which like elevated, came out from underneath the stage, and that was outside last year. So yeah, I mean, there's a very good chance we'll see, if you've got your bingo card, Dan Greenawalt with a levitating car is probably a sure bet on today's press conference. Speaking of Microsoft staples, how about Halo? Will we see a Halo 6? Is it a bit early? Halo 5's been less than a year out. Mike, I haven't talked to you in a couple of minutes.
I think Halo 6 is really early, especially considering 343's development pattern has been like, what, every other year so far?
Right.
Including like Master Chief Collection and Anniversary and whatnot. But I wouldn't be surprised to see something in the Halo universe because, you know, you have like the rumors like a few months ago they were talking about Creative Assembly working on something and they're an RTS studio.
Right.
So, you know, it begs the question, is Halo Wars 2 going to show up? Which that's been a while since the first Halo Wars, so I wouldn't be surprised to try to bring that back.
You're right.
There's been a few good RTSs this year, actually. If you pay attention to that scene, but Halo 6 is still way too early, I think. Halo 5 Guardians was October of last year. It was a good game. I thought it was okay, but I think they should give it a little more time to breathe. I wouldn't be surprised if we see something with 6 like next year.
Yeah.
Ostensibly, you know, with Creative Assembly working on something, you'd think it would be a Halo Wars 2 might be likely.
Yeah, that's cool. Actually, there's another rumor about RTS is that there might be another Age of Empires in development at the moment as well. But sticking with the Halo theme, there's been this big push recently to get a lot of the Xbox One stuff on PC. Quantum Break release day and date. They said they're open up a lot more to it. There's even like a Halo Forge thing happening that's out as well. Do we think we're going to see more of this sort of stuff shown off this year? Do we think, I mean, maybe what they'll say is Halo 5 coming out on PC, perhaps, something like that?
Absolutely. I mean, this is part of a wider policy of. My guess is this is about the people above Phil Spencer and his team. This is about expanding games to Windows, increasing the value of Windows as a platform.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see most games henceforth released for Xbox One are going to be released on PC as well. I think that's just going to be the general policy going forward.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll make a big sort of shout about it. I wonder if they'll name it or say like, now there's all this, or maybe add cross-buy to some of the
That would be
stuff.
interesting.
I mean, Quantum Break seemed like a really good idea to do a cross-buy on, because you're not going to have people who are going to buy it on both anyway. So.
God no.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they will be talking about that at the press conference. Again, I think it's for appearances. They have to show that they're now pushing as hard as they can on PC. And let's not forget, for years, Microsoft said we're pushing hard on PC. For years they said that. And now they finally are. So I think they're going to make announcements about PC.
Mike, were you going to say something about it?
Well, I was going to say, because they also recently made a huge push with Gears of War Ultimate Edition. It was a big deal when it came to Windows 10. It was kind of messy at first when I was playing it, but you wonder if they would use like a Halo to push that as well.
I mean, it seems pretty easy maybe on their end. There was a rumor on the Giant Bombcast last week about somebody up in Seattle who had played a version of the campaign of Halo 5 on a PC. So
there
maybe
you go.
We'll see. Bunch of people in the chat. I'm going to give this one to Lock Kush Renada, Dead Rising 4. There's been another bunch of leaks for this bad boy. It looks like we're back to our good old friend who covers wars, perhaps in a mall in Willamette, but this time it's snowing. Have you guys seen the screenshots, Dave?
I've seen a few of the combat gifs that were leaked.
Right.
But I definitely think that Frank West is the most interesting character out of all the Dead Rising protagonists we've had.
Name another Dead Rising protagonist.
Threes was
I can't. I literally can't.
Manuel.
This is your Sarah Palin moment.
Sergio?
Sergio, maybe.
There was
This guy, what was his name?
Wrestler Man who
Yep.
fought zombies in an arena, Mechanic, and Frank West.
Yeah.
So bring back Frank West.
Yeah.
Is he really that good, or is he just compared to the other really bad characters?
I thought he was quite interesting. The fact that he could like take pictures and have the whole like point system of taking cool zombie pictures.
Like that game was just like, it was kooky in the right way.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, we have this Japanese team who are making this Western game, and they're like 70% making a Western game, but there's still like this 30% of weird Japan in there, and that's like why that's the best one, because it's just like, it's mental. It's like, and then in Dead Rising 2 they kind of softened the edges a bit, and obviously development came over here as well, and they kind of tried to emulate some of that kookiness with the Zombrex and your daughter and all that sort of stuff, and that was kind of cool. And then 3 was just like an open world action game. It was like, no, you guys lost the plot here. This is like too grounded. You need to go back to like dumbness. So I mean, there's been, we know it's out there. There have been enough GIFs and screenshots at this stage to realize it, and it's probably going to get shown here.
Would you be surprised if Dead Rising 4 was an Xbox One exclusive, published by Microsoft?
No. because Capcom do not have the money to be bankrolling games like Dead Rising 4.
Yeah, exactly. And I was speaking to Tor about this yesterday,
Yeah.
actually, and he has a theory that Capcom. I mean, what was the last AAA games Capcom self-published?
What, Street Fighter 5?
Resident
that
Evil
was
Resident
Sony.
Evil 6,
Resident Evil 6.
2012. Damn.
Wow,
it was
really?
A long
While ago.
time ago before they went, right, there's all our money.
Yeah.
Let's
Guess how that worked out.
Yeah.
Precisely. And so they're being very clever, very slow, very cost-effective, very modest at the moment. So Timur thinks that Microsoft are going to be funding Dead Rising 4, Sony are going to be funding Resident Evil 7.
Oh, that would be very interesting.
My theory.
I mean, Dead Rising 3 was a Xbox One exclusive as well.
Yeah, it was,
so-
and it was published by Microsoft.
Would that be a timed exclusive with 4, or that just a completely Xbox?
Completely Xbox, much in the same
and
way.
PC?
And of course, on PC.
Right.
Windows 10, baby.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. So I think I think we might see something like that. I absolutely wouldn't be surprised if this was another Microsoft game. I think that the whole getting companies to pay to make your game is working out well for Capcom.
Right, yeah.
You know,
a couple of Bayonetta was another one that wouldn't have turned up if Nintendo didn't decide to put the money on that.
Yeah, I mean, it speaks to a wider point, a bit of a boring point, but I find it quite interesting myself. That AAA games development is endangered.
Yeah,
You know, it's getting to the point where the margins are bleeding and getting smaller and smaller, and the risks are getting higher and higher, and publishers are looking for different ways of funding their games.
Yeah. There's only a couple of companies, as we see at these press conferences, that are able to do that with a certain degree of security. Let's go through a couple more games here that we're probably going to see. Playdead showed off. This is the creators of Limbo, showed off Inside last year. Looked quite Limbo-esque. I'm guessing we'll probably see some of that.
Yeah, I mean, that's relatively soon, I believe.
It's coming out.
Yeah, I don't know if
this
they
year they said.
confirmed a release date, yeah, but people in GameSpot have seen it recently. I think it's embargoed for another couple days or something.
Right.
Yeah, so
pretty close.
I would not be surprised. I mean, especially with that, the visibility on that, despite the fact that it was the Limbo dev, it's still pretty low.
Totally, yeah.
I mean, you have Fee that was shown at EA, but I mean, indie games tend to get kind of shuffled into the mix with E3, which is, largely AAA focused.
Like more and more now.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the sort of indie love parade is kind of simmered down a bit now again, or kind of like, oh yeah, okay.
Which, because looking at it, you're like, oh, it's one of the original great indie teams that made Limbo. So you're saying it's pretty excited for Inside as far as the atmospheric things it seems to be going for. I wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft used the stage to kind of push that. Yeah, I think we'll see it.
Mighty Number 9 is out soon enough. Keiji Inafune got one out the door. His next one, though, Recore. We saw a trailer for it last year. They were handing out little cardboard toys of it to everyone. No one's actually seen the gameplay. Apparently the box art is leaked now as well.
Yeah.
But do you think we'll see some gameplay for Recore, Dave?
I hope so, because I think it was the box art and the release date that got leaked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the trailer that we saw, palling around with your little robot friend, putting his big orb belly into other robots and creating your little robot army.
Disgusting.
That sounds pretty rad.
Yeah.
It's got sentient titans and titans in Titanfall and weird
Just
orb
enslaving
bellies in
all the
Recore.
robots.
Recore is also
like it.
people from Metroid Prime team, right?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's the appealing part to me. I mean, I love Inafune, but
Yeah.
it's the Metroid Prime.
You mean Retro Studios?
What did I say?
Metro Prime. Oh, is it people from
Recore has people from that worked on Metroid Prime.
Oh,
So
right.
not
So
the
people that have
studio,
left Retro Studios. Gotcha.
Right.
And
Yeah.
Inafune is only there as a sort of a creative art consultant kind of thing.
His name is on it.
Probably all well and good considering how long it took them to get Mighty Number
Yeah.
9 out.
Yeah, he's lost a bit of his shine.
Totally.
I
Off
would
of this,
I'm
yeah.
trying to be diplomatic here. He left Capcom to make interesting, brilliant games, and apparently he hasn't done that.
No.
So,
So we'll have to see. I mean, the review of Mighty Number 9 will be on GameSpot in the next couple of weeks, I think.
right.
So we'll see. Apparently Peter's played a bunch, so we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Van Ords tweeted at me that they're going to show off a bunch of social games coming to the LinkedIn platform.
Yeah. 26 bill.
Microsoft. 26 billion?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what 26 billion buys you? A lot
Link-
of people's personal information.
That's
Yep.
true.
Right.
That's a lot of emails to start
Valuable
spamming it
contacts.
all over again.
A lot of circles you've access to. Yeah, so Microsoft bought LinkedIn for a stupid amount of money. Is that more valuable than Minecraft? What was Minecraft?
Minecraft was
2 billion.
Was it not 4 billion?
Was it? I
It
don't
might
know.
have been.
Did Notch talk them up from 3? He
Course
was
it
like, you
did.
know what? I could probably use an extra billion here if I want to buy Jay-Z's house. Yeah, what was this one? How much?
26, I believe.
Billion.
Yeah.
Stupid.
LinkedIn appreciates.
I don't
a
even
lot.
understand this.
I'm also like excited to you can get like 1,000 gamer score in LinkedIn. Just
That'd be amazing.
like
Get 8 jobs.
yeah,
You
the
son of
first
a bitch.
achievement you get is like
Get out.
800 connections.
Get out. That'd be great. That would work.
I
I'd
get
be all
weird
about
LinkedIn
that.
messages. I don't really use LinkedIn,
No.
so when I go back to it, it's just this graveyard of weird.
Oh, no one ever contacts you with anything useful on LinkedIn.
No,
No.
It's always nonsense. Much like Xbox Live. has become. So really, they're perfect.
the
for
marriage
each other.
made in hell.
Will there be a LinkedIn app?
Oh my goodness.
Because they're opening up
Yeah,
apps
there
to
will be.
everyone as well. They're doing like the public app thing. It's like, yo, self-publish apps, baby.
They're gonna put it into
working real good
Windows.
for Xbox Live Arcade.
They're gonna put in that annoying Windows 10 interface, so I would imagine they're gonna,
Right.
which that's like integrated with the Xbox One dashboard now.
Imagine not getting refused a job though because you didn't have enough gamer score. Or you didn't get like
That would be
beat
amazing.
Halo in legendary mode. Your boss is like, nah, you wouldn't fit in here.
No,
Yeah,
no.
that's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. We are at 9:30 here Pacific time. Our good friends at Microsoft, if I'm right, we are 3 for 3 on delayed conferences. This is wonderful. I feel like they've been pretty good in recent years, though.
This used to be tightly run,
Yeah.
regimented. You know, what's happened, Danny?
It's apparently it's starting. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Probably the crane with the car probably got stuck. So we'll be back. Make sure you stick around here if you're watching on GameSpot or Twitch or Facebook or YouTube or in your mind. Stick here because we're going to be analyzing the show afterwards. Enjoy the show. We'll see you on the other side.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2016 Xbox E3 briefing. Please welcome the head of Xbox, Phil Spencer.
Good morning, everyone. We are pleased to welcome the new Xbox One S console, the smallest Xbox One yet, to the Xbox One family of devices starting this August. On behalf of Team Xbox, I'd like to welcome you to what I believe is going to be a special show for us, our fans, and what we expect to be another great E3 for the industry. Welcome to those of you here with us at the Galen Center, and welcome to the millions watching us around the world. Today, we will show you how we are creating more choice in your gaming experience than ever before. More exciting hardware, more innovation on Xbox Live, and of course, more exclusive games. So let's kick things off with one of our most acclaimed game franchises in history. Please welcome from the Coalition, studio head, Gears co-creator, my friend, Rod Ferguson.
Thanks, Phil. Good morning, everybody. In addition to showing off all that HDR goodness the new Xbox One S delivers, Gears 4 will also be one of the first titles in the new Xbox program, Xbox Play Anywhere. This icon means when you buy the game digitally, you get to own it and play it on both Xbox One and Windows 10 PC. And that's with your progress and your achievements saved on Xbox Live and shared across both platforms, all at no additional cost to you. And beyond that, when Gears 4 is released on both platforms this October, every co-op mode in the game will support crossplay. So players on Xbox One and Windows 10 can play together through the co-op campaign, co-op multiplayer, and yes, even the all-new Horde mode. Now, to help me demonstrate the co-op campaign, I'd like to introduce Gears 4 co-star and my friend, the voice of Kate, Laura Bailey. Hi, Laura.
Hello, Rod. I am so excited to show off the campaign. In this demo, Kate's mother, Raina, has been abducted by a monstrous new threat, the Swarm. And it's up to our team to save her before it's too late. So, let's take a look.
Xbox One and Windows 10 exclusive.
Yeah, and that wind flare is getting worse. I say we wait it out.
We can't. Not if we're gonna save Raina.
Okay, ready or not, let's get back out there. Wow!
Take cover!
Damn apart!
Choobies! Take it! And now we've got drones!
Clear them out!
You're done!
Take that!
We're clear! Now what?
Now we get across! Hold up, there's a turret!
Damn it! It's dug in! I can't get a shot!
Any ideas?
Hey, what about this?
What are you doing? That thing's been dead a long time!
I know, but I'm hoping its bombs still have a little kick left in them. Hey, use the Siege Beast and rain some hell down on that turret!
Here we go! No good, they're duds! Hey, try popping them in the air!
All right, you launch him, I'll shoot him!
Oh yeah! They still got some kick!
Well, get ready, because here comes another one! Turret's down!
It has a little too much kick! Look out!
I can't believe that worked! Come on, let's go!
This'll work! Hey, you look like you need a pick-me-up! Off you go!
Guys, can use an assist over here! Look! Your ship came in!
Hey, help me with this! Great. Out of the storm and into the swarm.
Really?
Now this I can use!
Look out! Sniper!
Ha! Yeah! get worse.
Heads up, we got a nest!
Get in the nest! Watch out! All right, get to the next one! Whoa! Stormwall's here!
We gotta make a run for that substation!
Stay together! Almost there!
Get back!
You swarm are all connected, right? In your hives. Well then, broadcast this. We're getting my mother back. Then we're burning your...
Welcome home, James.
Don't stop! Keep going! Try and dodge this! Anyone else?
They're everywhere!
And stay down!
Please welcome Community Manager for Killer Instinct, Rukari Austin.
Thank you. I want to start by saying thank you to the nearly 7 million Killer Instinct players out there. Your passion is what has made KI the most played fighting game on Xbox One. It's because of you that we brought KI to Windows 10 in March. And we're absolutely blown away to say that since then, 2.5 million matches have been played between players on Xbox One and Windows 10. It's also because of you that we've brought in incredible guest characters, like Rash from Battletoads, Arbiter from Halo, and we're not quite done yet. So it's time for our next character to emerge, a special gift out there for all those Gears fans, and we're excited to bring him to the fight.
Xbox One and Windows 10 exclusive. Xbox One and Windows 10 exclusive.
What a wicked game to play, to make me feel this way. What a wicked thing to do, to let me dream of you. What a wicked thing to say. You never felt this way. What a wicked thing to do, to make me dream of you. With you.
Please welcome from Playground Games, Ralph Fulton.
Good morning and welcome to Australia. It is great to have the opportunity today to show you the beauty and the action-packed fun of Forza Horizon 3. I'm joined on stage today by some of our team who will be showing you our world gameplay premiere. Please welcome Karen, who'll be playing on Xbox One S in HDR. She'll be driving her favorite BMW M4, customized with a wide body kit. Andy, playing on a high-end 4K Windows 10 PC with his favorite steering wheel, will be piloting an off-road racing buggy. And Terence, also on PC, will be driving this 800 horsepower trophy truck, ideally suited for some of Australia's most extreme terrain. And Bill, on Xbox One, is in the new Lamborghini Centenario, the perfect car to open up on some of the game's fastest highways. And we start with Bill, who's putting the Centenario through its paces on the fast, sweeping, and scenic roads of the Yarra Valley. While Karen, in her BMW, is weaving through traffic in a street race along the Great Ocean Road. Meanwhile, in the outback, Terence and his trophy truck take part in an off-road convoy through Ormiston Gorge. And finally, Andy is racing his buggy against an airborne Jeep in one of Horizon's signature showcases, which are back and more spectacular than ever. We have taken the Horizon Festival to Australia. As you can see, it's the largest, most diverse, most beautiful, and most fun open world we've ever built. And it is packed with new driving experiences, with new terrain, with new gameplay and challenges, and with all new vehicle types joining the largest car roster ever seen in Horizon. And Forza Horizon 3 also offers 4-player campaign co-op for the very first time. Now, Bill has invited his friends to join him in co-op so they can race to the beach and help him in his next event. When Bill's friends join, their worlds synchronize with his. Time of day, weather, traffic, and drive avatars. Let's watch them join. With a single button press, Andy can join Bill's session instantly and seamlessly. Like all of Horizon's online modes, joining co-op is just that easy. And Andy and Terence are now in the same co-op session with Bill and Karen and take a shortcut through the rainforest to catch up with them on their way to the beach. And now that they're all together, the race is on. Experience the laid-back fun of Horizon with your friends. Whether you're pulling off amazing stunts, racking up skill points, or exploring the world. Between Xbox Live, crossplay, and instant co-op, this is the most social Forza ever. As an Xbox Play Anywhere game, Forza Horizon 3 is coming exclusively to Xbox One and Windows 10 this September 27th. Thank you.
Xbox One and Windows 10 exclusive.
Tell them that I told you, won't be any longer. Devil gonna leave you, he's heading over yonder. Tell them that I told you, I told you, I told you. Whoa, whoa. When you're rolling like a stone, when you're shaking in your bones, I'll be waiting here for you. When you're running from your ghost and there's nowhere left to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Square Enix, game director Hajime Tabata and senior product manager Matthew Kishimoto.
Hello everyone. Today, I want you all to see and experience the world of Final Fantasy 15. We are excited to show you the first ever demo on Xbox One. It will be played by Matt. Take it away, Matt.
Thank you, Tabata-san.
Yeah.
Before we move on to the gameplay, I would like to explain a little bit about the demo we're about to show. What we're about to see is the trial of Titan. Noctis and his allies are being tested by the gigantic Titan. But while they're fighting, the opposing army joins the fray, setting up a chaotic three-way battle. We're excited to show how fast and fluid the battle system is in Final Fantasy 15, which has never been achieved in any of our previous titles. Now, let's move on to the demo.
I'm not gonna take any more of this crap!
Did you miss us?
Apologies.
No
Standing by.
Game's up. Yeah! You're out!
Thank you, Matt. That was great. Final Fantasy 15 will be released on September 30th. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Thank you.
Our enemies didn't run away. They regrouped. They have complete control over the underground of New York, and they're preparing to hit us again. Get ready and take the fight to them.
Please welcome General Manager at DICE, Patrick Bach.
Thank you, everyone. With Battlefield 1, our team's ambition was to deliver a unique and memorable experience for you, our players. And I'm excited by what we have created. It's a truly epic warfare, and it could only be experienced at the dawn of all-out war, World War I. Battlefield 1 pushes the boundaries of gameplay, immersion, strategy, and team play. And the result is the most dynamic battlefield we've ever created. From epic 64-player experiences to dramatic single-player moments, no battle is ever the same. We have combined a variety of weapons and vehicles along with intuitive destruction and dynamic weather to create an ever-changing world. And it's more immersive than ever before. You will be able to play when Battlefield 1 launches on October 21st. But if you're an Xbox player and a member of EA Access, then you'll play it first starting October 13th. Thank you.
Please welcome Head of Platform Engineering, Mike Ibarra.
Thank you. In 2002, we launched Xbox Live, where anyone playing any type of game can group up to make new friends and compete with gamers around the globe. Your desire to play more has led us to invest continually in Xbox Live. We're bringing more live servers closer to where gamers are, resulting in a faster, more reliable network. Xbox Live was built by the passion of millions of fans. Listening to your feedback is one of the most important things we do. It has inspired us to deliver on Xbox One backward compatibility, to bring you the new Xbox One experience, and most recently, cross-network play to Xbox Live so more people can play together. One of my favorite games, Rocket League, recently enabled this across all of the networks that allow it. Your feedback drives us every day, and because of it, we're excited to bring new features to Xbox One this summer, like background music, so you can listen to your favorite music while you play. Language region independence, letting you choose your preferred language no matter where you live, and bringing the intelligence of Cortana to Xbox One. Xbox Live is available on whatever device you use, a Windows PC, an Xbox console, an iOS or Android device. Now, I want to talk about 3 of the most requested features that will be coming this fall and available for every game and every gamer. First, Xbox Live has a great diversity of gamers representing different playstyles, interests, and genres. The challenge is finding people with shared interests and having a place to talk about the games we love. Today, I am pleased to announce Clubs on Xbox Live. Here, you can create communities and meet people you can always go back to that love the same things you do. Drift fans in Forza Motorsport, Minecraft creators, or Division agents right here in LA, and everything in between. Next, you told us it needs to be easier to find the players you want to play with right now. So I'm excited to announce Looking for Group on Xbox Live. It's like a WAN ad for multiplayer, and it's the simplest way to find other gamers with a shared goal in mind. If you're a Division agent looking for 2 experienced players to run the latest incursion, or a Minecraft builder looking for architects to build the world's greatest temple, you'll find them on Xbox Live. Finally, competitive gaming has always been at the core of Xbox. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a casual gamer, we want to unleash competitive gaming for everyone. We're excited to announce Arena on Xbox Live, a new tournament platform. It's the easiest way to discover, register, and compete all in one place, where you can compete solo or with your friends in your favorite games. In addition to our Microsoft Studios titles, you'll be able to sign up for tournaments from top publishers like Daybreak, Hi-Rez, Wargaming, and more. But you can't talk about competition without mentioning EA Sports. So today, we're excited to announce that EA will be bringing some of their biggest games, like FIFA, to Arena in the coming years. So starting this fall, you'll have great places to hang out with clubs. You'll find the people you want to play with using Looking for Group, and you'll experience the best tournaments in Arena. Xbox Live is the place to play. Thank you, and I'll see you online.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Minecraft team, Lydia Winters and Sax Pearson.
With over 100 million players on 14 platforms, the Minecraft community is one of the biggest in gaming. Until now, Minecraft players haven't been able to easily share and connect with their friends unless they were on the same platform.
Today, that all changes thanks to the power of Xbox Live. With Xbox Live, for the first time, players across iOS, Android, and Windows 10 can easily play together online and share their worlds with their friends. We're excited to unite our community no matter what device they play on. So we're calling today's release the Friendly Update.
Because this is our friendliest update ever. Connecting with your friends on different devices is cool. What's even cooler? Dedicated servers that let you host your own worlds and share them with your friends so that they can play with you even when you're not online. With the introduction of Realms, you can play with your friends how you want, where you want, on whatever device you want. The choice is yours. Let's jump in and check it out, Sax. Welcome to my realm. I'm playing here on my iPad. Sax is on my Xbox Live friends list, so he can easily hop on straight from his Surface.
Heading your way now, Lydia. Well, this pick is not going to make it any easier, is it?
No. There you are, Sax. Here, catch.
A diamond. Well, clearly, you did that just for the achievement.
Yep, an Xbox Live achievement on an iPad on stage at E3. Okay, let's keep going. It's great coming back to my realm and seeing what my friends have built when I've been away. They're always building something new, and right now there's a bit of an obsession with pistons.
And all of this works with the new Gear VR version of Minecraft on Oculus. We've got just the perfect friend here to show us that.
Mind if I join in?
Please welcome from the Oculus team, John Carmack.
John, how does it feel to be in Gear VR?
It feels like you're living and breathing in a Minecraft world. I've said that Minecraft was my grail for VR, and this was the most important gaming application that I could be involved with. The ability to spin around, take in everything, and have the freedom to explore an endless world is what I thought the core of VR was intended to be. So Lydia, what do you have to show me in your realm?
Check out what we started building.
All right, here we go. Minecart rides in VR are spectacular. Oh, that dragon looks really awesome. I think I'm going to stay down here. This looks like a good spot to start construction on my mad scientist lair.
Thanks, John. It's awesome seeing all of these devices playing together. Xbox Live and Realms are available today and are the first step in our journey to unite Minecraft players on all platforms. But before we go, we wanted to show you something else we've been working on. Let's head through this tunnel and take a look. Today, we're also releasing texture packs to Pocket Edition and Windows 10. This modern landscape was built using the City texture pack. Texture packs let you change how any block or character looks in the game.
But we want to let players remix anything in Minecraft. And to make that happen, we're bringing add-ons, which are coming this fall. Let's jump down to the rooftop and take a look.
Add-ons let players change mobs and animals into something completely new. The aliens on the rooftop used to be zombies, but we modified them and gave them a fireball ability, making them much tougher. Oh no, Sax, did they find your hiding spot? I'm coming over to help.
To balance the fight, we've changed the villagers too.
Giving them extra style with sunglasses and suits, and we tweaked their AI so they're brave enough to fight aliens with us.
So Lydia, now that the villagers are helping us, let's go over and deal with the UFO.
Awesome, let's head to the redstone cannon.
All right, I'll be right behind you. So I'll deal with this beefed up iron golem if you go over and fire the cannon.
All right, ready? Redstone and TNT, what could possibly go wrong?
Nice shot.
Thanks.
Let's get out of here. We hope you enjoyed this early look into how you'll be able to change your game. It's just a first step towards a fully moddable future for Minecraft. Add-ons will come to Minecraft Windows 10, iOS, and Android, and other mobile editions this fall.
We're also working hard to bring add-ons and Realms to Xbox and consoles next year. Until then, download the Friendly Update with Realms and Xbox Live. Anyone with an Xbox Live account can sign up right now and try Realms for free on your phone, tablet, or Windows 10. We have more news and new surprises for our community at Minecon in September. Thank you.
king of the kingdom, the #1 reason. This is a sold-out event. I am the 5th season. All I do is win, bro. Losing is a place I never win. True, I got the game in my pocket. True, I'ma set it off like a rocket. True, once I turn it on, can't stop it, can't stop it. Nothing gets it down when I wanna go up. I do what I want, ain't waiting on luck. If the world was a ladder, I'd be standing at the top. I know you know. I see you looking at me. I see you looking at me. I see you looking at me. Oh, I see you looking. Bet you ain't never seen nothing like me, baby. I see you looking at me. I see you looking at me. I see you looking. Bet you ain't never seen nothing like me, baby. I see you looking. Bet you ain't never seen nothing like me, baby.
Please welcome the Director of ID at Xbox, Chris Charla.
Hey, everybody. So one of the coolest parts of my job is that I get to play a lot of games before they come out. I've gotten to play Inside, and I can honestly say it is a masterpiece. It is one of the best video games I've ever played, and I can't wait for everybody to get to try it when it launches on June 29th. And to celebrate the launch, Playdead's first game, Limbo, is going to be available for free to all players on Xbox One starting today. Pretty cool. You know, independent developers have fundamentally changed the way we play games this generation, bringing unprecedented diversity and fantastic experiences to players around the world. And with more than 1,000 games in development for Xbox One and Windows today via the ID at Xbox program, we're really in a golden age. Let's take a quick look at some of the great independent games we're going to be playing soon.
Town, 'cause I saw the day when I followed him down. I drank with them lies and I danced with them cheats, but I got some revival from the bottle and the beat. So now we'll take our time and no, we'll make no promise, you know. I got my heart in a war, 'cause all that you for, no, we'll take the joy, you know. We gotta start in a war. We'll take the time and no, we'll make no promise, you know. I got my heart in a war.
That was rad. You know, it has been awesome to see the incredible creative and commercial success independent teams are having on Xbox One, with multiple million sellers and hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue going to independent studios. One game that's already broken the million seller mark is Ark: Survival Evolved from our friends at Studio Wildcard. For those of you who have already bought Ark on Xbox One, you're going to be able to play it on Windows 10 PCs this fall at no additional cost, thanks to Xbox Play Anywhere. Pretty cool. Yeah. So Ark is part of Xbox Game Preview. It's a program that enables players to buy and play games while they're still in development and offer feedback to the creators. The program has been a huge success with both players and developers, and we're excited to have a lot more games coming to Xbox Game Preview soon, including Slime Rancher, The Culling, Everspace, DayZ, and a whole lot more. Now, I'd like to welcome Guillaume Prevost from Compulsion Games to come up on stage and show off a project that's going to be launching into Xbox Game Preview next month. Guillaume?
Oh, heavens no. Oh, God.
It's very dangerous to put your hand outside the windows of the train.
I should just take my joy, shouldn't I? Percy! Percy!
What have you been up to? No one's seen you for hours.
Oh, nose to the grindstone, you know.
Then why haven't I heard a single whoosh through the door since 10 o'clock? Did you forget we're having Deirdre's birthday party?
Oh.
We've got a piñata.
Right. Brilliant. Of course.
Have you forgotten your joy?
Of course not. Snug as a bug on a drug.
Well, come on then, finish up.
Just have a few more pages. I know you're very busy.
Then don't take too long to finish. Well, I expect you in the conference room presently. Don't dawdle. You don't want to miss the piñata.
Wasn't Prudence supposed to be coming back today? I made her a welcome back card. Do you think the canister wonders what life's like outside the tube? Of course, he'd have to break the tube to get out. That would break it for everybody. You're not coming back, are you, Prue? But where did she go?
No, leave me alone. I took my toy. No, leave me alone. No. Oh, hi, Arthur.
Modern English science. We have the perfect fix for the blast.
We seem to be a bit behind in our work.
Joy. Only you know how much you need. Or just ask a doctor and he'll fix you right up. Even if you've got to ask. But look, there are some things that don't work.
There you are. You nearly missed the piñata. It's the most adorable Spanish custom. Uncle Jack did a whole show about it. You smash it until all the candy comes out. Come on, hit it! Hit it! Hit it!
Give it a whack!
Hit it! Hit it! You are off your joy. Take one of mine. Oh, my lord. He's a downer. Call security. We've got a downer.
Got a downer here, haven't we? Put that down! I'll fix you!
Thanks, Guillaume. That was great. We are so excited to be working with such incredible creators from around the globe, and we're super stoked that Xbox players get to enjoy these amazing experiences. Thanks, everybody. And next up is going to be a very cool new game from a very independent developer.
Please welcome from CD Projekt Red, lead designer Damien Monnier.
Hello, everyone. Something that really amazed us after we released Witcher 3 is that in this huge open world, players took a lot of time to just sit down in taverns and play cards. In fact, they were so excited about the card game that they sent us thousands of emails asking us to turn it into a standalone. And some of our most inspired fans even made their own physical decks so that they could play with their friends. So, we listened to them. And over the last year, we've been secretly working on a real passion project. So, ladies and gentlemen, how about a game of Gwent? Awesome. We've turned Gwent into a full-blown multiplayer experience. And thanks to its crossplay feature, you can battle people from around the world, regardless of whether they use PCs or consoles. And on top of that, we're also creating a monumental single-player campaign. Now, we've kept the core mechanics that made Gwent fun, but we've improved on them, we've added new ones, and we've also redesigned the visuals almost completely. However, the most important thing is, though, that Gwent is still a card game that's based on skill. So it puts you, not just your cards, in the center of things. Now, at its core, Gwent is a clash of two armies on the battlefield, basically. And our fans love the fact that you only get 10 cards at the beginning of a game, and that's your hand until the end. So you have to play smart. You have to bluff. And in some cases, you may even want to lose a round in order to take the game at the decisive moment. Your deck is the army that fights for you, an army you'll recruit from among 4 factions, each offering a playstyle and different tactics as well. So first, the Skellige warriors and their mighty berserkers, Northern Realms and their powerful siege engines, the shadowy, sneaky Scoia'tael, and of course, the nasty, brutal monsters. As you win and craft new cards over time, you'll gain more options to basically smash your opponent in clever ways. Because at the end, we all play to win, don't we? So, go to playgwent.com to register for the exclusive beta, available first on Xbox One and Windows PC. And it's coming this September. So, not long to wait. Thank you all, and of course, thanks to my amazing dev team back in Warsaw. I know you're watching us right now. Kisses, love you guys. See you all at the Gwent table.
Now, ここで和美殿との約束果たそうぞ。和美の名貴様何者じゃ。我は剣を極めし者なり。おお、ならば言葉はいらんな。俺も定め。何 Fight. その程度か。走り。見せてみろ。決着をつけるとするか。覚悟は良いか。一瞬戦撃。滅卒。なんという力じゃ、貴様。なんなのに。我が名はゴール。覚悟せい。
Please welcome from Bandai Namco, game director Katsuhiro Harada and game designer Michael Murray.
さあ皆さん、Xbox One に鉄拳7がやってきます。
Today, we're happy to announce that Tekken 7 is coming to Xbox One.
今作は対戦ゲームとしての進化は無論、先ほどお見せしたようにドラマ演出とリアルタイムプレイがシームレスに楽しめるストーリーモードが搭載されます。
Not only will Tekken 7 evolve as a competitive fighting game, as you just saw, there is an all-new story mode that transitions seamlessly from epic narrative cinematics to action-filled gameplay.
発売日ですが、2017年のできるだけ早い時期にリリースしたいと思ってます。今後発表される情報にもご期待ください。
I hope you all are excited to hear more info coming soon on story mode and other impressive features we have planned for the game when it ships in early 2017.
最後にいいニュースがあります。本日より1週間、Xbox One 版鉄拳7発表を記念して、鉄拳タッグ2デジタル版を Xbox ライブゴールド会員向けにプレゼントいたします。
One more exciting piece of news. All week, we're giving Xbox Live Gold members a free copy of Tekken Tag Tournament 2 via backward compatibility. So download it today and start honing your skills.
Thank you, and have a great E3 week!
Coming to Xbox One and Windows 10.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime in jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air. Jingle bell. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air. What a bright time! It's the right time. We're gonna rock the night away. Jingle bell time, it's a swell time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Mix and mingle and a jingling beat. That's the jingle bell. That's the jingle bell. That's the jingle bell rock.
Ladies and gentlemen, the head of Microsoft Studios Publishing, Shannon Loftus.
Gamers know gaming is all about moments. Remember the adrenaline rush you had as you air dashed hundreds of feet above a mutant-infested city? Or surviving a broken heart after the death of a beloved character? the thrill of the face-off between best friends turned epic enemies. At Microsoft Studios Publishing, our mission is simple: bring new blockbuster games to all of our platforms by working with the most creative, innovative developers in the world. Since the launch of Xbox One, we have introduced 13 brand new originals. With a passion for more of those memorable moments, we are hard at work on a rich portfolio of new games. We're investing in unique storytelling ideas from leading-edge creators. They dare to reinvent genres. They tap into the latest platform features to deliver fresh experiences. They rally new communities. They bring on new fun. Sometimes the games feel totally different, like Recore. Sometimes the games are reinventions of familiar titles, like Killer Instinct. The next few games represent some of the best ideas brewing at Microsoft Studios, and it's worth noting that these games, like Recore and Killer Instinct, Gears 4, and Forza Horizon 3, will all be part of the Xbox Play Anywhere program. That means the next time you're in the middle of that crucial level but have to hit the road, your game goes with you. Save it on your console, pick it up again on your Windows 10 PC. And now, to show you the latest gameplay for one of our biggest releases for 2017, Scalebound. It's my honor to introduce legendary creative director of Platinum Games, Hideki Kamiya.
As a game director, I have the chance to share my dreams. I have always wanted to play in a world with dragons and to fight against giant beasts. Today, I'm here to show you the biggest boss fight Platinum Games has ever made. This is Scalebound Co-op.
Xbox One and Windows 10 exclusive.
Wonderful.
Hardly seems like a fair fight. Just one of you against all of us. Let's go, big guy! All right, how are we gonna do this? Too far from my bow! It's getting close! Going up! Okay, let's drop some bombs in this thing! It's underwater! Stay on it!
through messing around! Let's take out that heart and we're home free! Spitting poison! Don't get hit! Oh, crap! I see a weak spot! Big guy! Launch me with your tail! Why won't you die? Keep attacking the heart! It's coming this way! It's down! Let's finish this!
Xbox One and Windows 10 exclusive.
Cloaked in folds of midnight water, side by side, we sons and daughters, we set forth for no king's orders, but we'll sail together. Tides are turning, flames roar, burning will be returning if we sail together.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Rare, studio head Craig Duncan.
A year ago, we announced our most ambitious game yet, Sea of Thieves. What you have just seen highlights the breadth of Rare's pirate world and the freedom of living the pirate life. In Sea of Thieves, you will embark on fantastic adventures with your friends, where you explore rich worlds in search of hidden treasure, where fantastical creatures will challenge your skill and teamwork, and where the potential threat of other players always lurks over the horizon. Sea of Thieves is an emergent experience where you will have limitless adventures. Next, I'm excited to show you a world premiere of Sea of Thieves gameplay. Three weeks ago, we invited some of our awesome Sea of Thieves community to Rare to be the first players in the world to play our game. We put them into 3 crews with no tutorials and watched them set sail for adventure. This is their story.
Hi, everybody. Oh, hello. Here we are. Stay back. Stay back. Ye foul beasts.
There we go, see? That's so cool.
Help me out. More people can do the anchor thing.
Nom 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 nom.
The main mast sails still need to go down.
Oh, they're down, they're down, they're down.
We're sailing!
Dude, which island are you going to? Which island?
The farthest one in the distance.
Are we emptying it?
This was the best idea.
I don't know. I can usually walk a straighter line than this.
Oh my god. Oh, you guys.
Oh, okay. Oh, no!
You're gonna hit that rock, dude. You're gonna hit that rock.
I think it's gonna be too tight. Just go. Just go.
No, no, no! No! You're gonna sink us. You're gonna sink us.
Oh, I found the captain's quarters. This is mine. Mine.
Okay, so the sail's blocking my vision, so you're gonna need to tell me where to steer.
I'm looking at the water, Chad. Shut up.
Guys,
We gotta get up! Go to the boat, go to the boat.
Oh my god! Oh no! Raise the anchor, set the sail! You're leaving me behind! No!
Oh, they're right on top.
Oh no! Whoa! All right, man the cannon!
They're shooting back!
Die! Die!
No! Yeah! Okay, Mike, you're repairing, right? We're sinking.
Oh, dude, we're gonna drown. It's water down here.
What do we do? What do we do?
I don't know. Bail!
We're screwed. We sank up, yeah! No!
There's a ship to the left, to the left.
Oh my god.
They're going down, yeah!
Let's go!
Xbox One and Windows 10 exclusive. Xbox One and Windows 10 exclusive.
I know the dark
343 Industries, studio head Dan Ayub.
Since the release of the original Halo Wars 7 years ago, one of the top asks from fans has been to continue the adventures of the Spirit of Fire. In Halo Wars 2, the crew wake to find themselves orbiting an ancient alien construct known as the Ark. Here, they face a deadly new faction known as the Banished, and their chief, the brute warlord, Atriox. Atriox is an entirely new kind of villain in our universe, a brilliant leader with the power of a massive army behind him, and he represents a menace that the crew are completely unprepared for. In partnership with acclaimed developer Creative Assembly, we're proud to bring Halo Wars 2 to Windows 10 and Xbox One on February 21st, 2017. Halo Wars 2 will be an Xbox Play Anywhere title and will be playable here at E3. But you guys don't have to wait to play Halo Wars 2. We're launching a week-long beta on Xbox One right now. Let's take a quick look at the action that's coming your way with the beta. We'll see you on the battlefield.
We've detected a large incoming enemy force. Eradicate them! Bench, ready for assignment.
Taking fire!
Go, under attack!
Enemy forces spotted. Sending location.
Our allies' base is under attack.
As I predicted, the enemy is nearly done for.
Protect the containers! Push them back!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Phil Spencer.
"15 years ago, Microsoft launched the original Xbox with the goal of pushing console gaming forward. We offered an innovative new game franchises on a powerful box with the built-in ability to connect gamers together. And that same spirit of invention, connection, and fun inspires us to this day. Now, we see a whole new gaming landscape, one being driven by an unprecedented pace of innovation, transformation, and creativity. You are leading this shift with the way you play today. While the console ecosystem is stronger than ever, most of us play games on more than one device, and it's shifting the way we think about gaming. At Xbox, we want to deliver a world where you have more freedom and choice to play the games you want, with the people you want, on the devices you want. A world where you can play without boundaries. A world beyond generations. At Team Xbox, we believe you should have a diverse and expansive library of games. So today, we announced our biggest lineup of games for Xbox One and Windows 10, along with the Xbox Play Anywhere program that enables you to buy a game once and play it on Xbox One and Windows 10. We believe in uniting gaming communities where you can play, compete, and connect with friends wherever they are. So today, we showed you how Xbox Live is available for developers to use across Xbox, Windows 10, VR, and mobile. We believe in gaming for everyone, where all gamers are welcome, respected, and supported. So today, we announced new Xbox Live features to help you build your network and play your way. And we believe in hardware innovation without sacrificing compatibility. Today, we announced the Xbox One S, the new addition to the Xbox One family, and shared that all Xbox One games and accessories will continue to work across all members of the Xbox One family. But that's just the beginning. We see exciting opportunities on the horizon, opportunities to unlock new innovation for both gamers and developers alike. The next step change for gamers and developers must deliver true 4K gaming and high-fidelity VR. So we've been talking to our friends and asking them what they want to see from us. I'm really excited to share what we've been working on.
When we think about the future of Xbox, we think about removing barriers.
For me and for the fans and for the developers, Xbox has always meant innovation and the latest technology, and delivering the world's most powerful console is something we absolutely want to do.
This is the console that developers asked us to build. They wanted a console that had no boundaries, had no limitations.
And that technology component to us is what we really need to make our vision and our art come alive.
When I saw the specs of this thing, I'm like, wow, I got through to like, they're really going for it. They're not holding anything back.
So we gave the SoC 6 teraflops of computing capability to be able to handle 4K resolutions. Gamers are going to get the most powerful graphics processor that's been put into a game console to date.
It's going to make developers happy, it's going to make gamers happy because they're going to get a very powerful GPU out of it.
The highest res, the best frame rate, no compromises.
You get 4K gaming, true 4K resolution. I can't wait to see what developers actually do with all that horsepower in the box.
We can render at 60 hertz. We can render fully uncompressed pixels. These are the highest quality pixels that anybody is seeing. And what we're able to do now is bring that to the console player.
My job as a game maker is about immersion. It's about to put you into an experience and let you live that experience. The richer and more accurate those visuals are, the more immersive it is.
And if we can get a lot more performance, and I mean a lot more, like with this, we get to much greater and better game experiences as a result.
We're moving Fallout 4 to VR, and to have a console that can support that at the resolution and speed that we really want, I think it's going to be magical.
This console is 100% for you guys. We read the articles, we read the reviews. It's the We Heard You console.
So that doesn't mean that we are leaving the original Xbox One behind. Every single thing that we've done for Xbox One will continue to work.
We add to the capabilities of the Xbox One and the Xbox One family without forcing gamers to abandon all the games in the community that they love so much.
These two systems are part of the same family. The games will work on both, the accessories work on both.
But the box we're building is incredible. It's going to have 8 CPU cores, over 320 gigabytes per second of memory bandwidth, 6 teraflops of GPU power. It's a monster.
Project Scorpio will be the next addition to the Xbox One family, and it is ultimately the next step in delivering our vision for the future of gaming beyond generations. When it ships next year, we believe it will be the most powerful console ever built. With 6 teraflops of power, this is hardware built specifically to lead the console industry into true 4K gaming and high-fidelity VR. True 4K visuals without sacrificing quality, premier VR experiences without sacrificing performance, putting greater graphic fidelity in the hands of the world's best creators. Xbox One, Xbox One S, and Project Scorpio will all be compatible. All Xbox One games and accessories will play on all 3. No one gets left behind. Project Scorpio is a serious inflection point for Team Xbox, and we're announcing Project Scorpio today to give our developers and partners the ability to take advantage of that capability now in order to realize their visions for the future and deliver even more great games for you. Today marks the beginning of gaming beyond generations, a future full of choice, a future where we can all play without boundaries. Thank you.
All right, folks, welcome back to the GameSpot stage here at E3 2016. Microsoft has just wrapped up. Phil Spencer is a very happy boy. Let's talk about some of the stuff that they announced. And I mean, first of all, I guess hardware. Xbox Scorpio, Project Scorpio, coming holiday 2017. Rob, you impressed?
I'm amazed by this. I think the way they pitched it has been fantastic. The main thing that they were saying, the key point, is that any Xbox game can play across any Xbox system. That's the original Xbox One, the Xbox One S, or Project Scorpio. That is the key point. Now, whether Sony can say the same thing about PS4K remains to be seen, but I think that's a key point for Microsoft. The second key point, and they were talking about it in the video, they were saying this was designed for developers. And I think that's so important. The Xbox One's quite tricky to develop for, quite elaborate. The PS4 has been a massive success because Mark Cerny built a machine that was very easy to develop for.
Right.
I think changing that perspective, making this as easy as possible to develop for, it's going to be a key thing for them. So I'm super impressed.
6 teraflops, that was what the rumor was floating about 2 weeks ago. You're talking about like a 3 to 4 times, you know, you can never tell unless we actually get the games and start doing performance runs on them. But it's a significant upgrade. At this stage, Mike, could they almost call this a new console? Because, you know, it's. I guess the reason they probably wouldn't is because then with the backwards compatibility stuff or the like constant cross compatibility, that messaging might get a bit muddy. But it seems like a pretty fundamental upgrade.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with all the actual improvements, if it is like it's purported to be 3 or 4 times more powerful, that's that's like the jump from a console to another generation. The Slim in the meantime is pretty big. I mean, that's what, $300? Yeah. It doesn't seem too out of people's ballparks, I guess, just like to fill that gap before, because holiday 2017 is sort of a while away for this kind of announcement, I guess. Well, maybe not for this kind of announcement. You know, like consoles are always rumored for a while, but you still have like PS4.5, whatever it's called, that's going to be announced, you know, in the interim, see when they actually release. But like Rob had said, the fact that it's kind of this lineup of consoles, it's like this brand now. It's not exactly, they're not marketing as a new console, despite the fact that from a hardware standpoint, kind of is.
Yeah, I guess it's probably the new frontier of consoles, this incremental sort of upgrades. This also sort of cleared up some of the virtual reality stuff that came out of Bethesda when they said, hey, we're launching Fallout 4 on HTC Vive in March. I guess that's why they said that, maybe, because we're not going to get... I mean, Microsoft didn't talk about virtual reality at all. The rumor was that they were in with Oculus. So maybe you could interpret that as, okay, all that stuff's going to come on Scorpio in, you know, holiday 2017. We'll talk about that later. What's your read on that, Rob?
Well, the big question is, what virtual reality device are they talking about? They're saying this console is VR ready, it's VR capable, no compromise is what they were saying. Slight dig at Sony, if you ask me, because Morpheus is quite a modestly powered VR device. They're saying no compromises, but the question still hangs in the air. What VR device are they talking about? Are they talking about Oculus? Are they talking about Vive?
Are they talking about both?
Yeah, are they talking about HoloLens? Have they even made that decision yet?
Right.
Who knows? I'm not really interested in VR, but you know, it's quite an interesting point, I think.
Yeah, Dave. Before the show, you were talking a lot about how, you know, it is time for the Xbox Slim. We did finally see it. It's got. They were talking a lot about the 4K video, which was rumored beforehand. There's a new wireless controller with a textured grip, higher range, Bluetooth, same price as the regular one, and they also mentioned HDR games. What do you think about Slim? Do you think it's a decent stopgap between this and Scorpio?
When they announced the Slim, I was excited for it. I thought, okay, maybe this could be something I can pick up, replace my old giant Xbox One. But then at the end, when they announced the Scorpio, I was like, what's the point now?
Right.
Like, surely I'm just going to save my $300, wait maybe an extra year, deal with the Xbox One I currently have, and then get a Scorpio.
Yeah.
But for people who want to get into Xbox One gaming, I think it would be a good stopgap because, like they said, everything now works on everything.
Yeah, they've really torn down some walls here. The interesting thing about that, $299, I mean, it's basically going to replace the Xbox now. I don't see why anyone would go for that. It looks super slick as well. And then the other thing that they added, I guess we should throw in with this slot, is the customizable controllers in Design Lab. This is like the least Microsoft thing ever, to like let people make their own controllers. What do you think about this one, Rob?
I'm really excited to build my own controller.
How much would you spend?
I would spend
$50 right now for a regular ass one, $150 for your esports controller. What would you spend for a pink triggers and a green faceplate.
My line is $79.99.
No, you got to talk them down. You got to start at 40.
40?
Because they're going to try. Yeah. Do you think it's going to be a premium price on this, Mike?
Probably. I would spend like $100 if I can get like.
Would you?
Yeah, if I can get like a lime green and orange controller or something.
Just some gaudy awfulness.
Yeah.
You could change up the D-pad and the thumbsticks.
Put my name at the bottom.
So I'm guessing this works like whatever, like what were you saying, like that Nike store in New York where you just walk in and
yeah, some like the bigger Nike, like Nike Town has those shoe labs. You can design every aspect from the swoosh to the.
I can see every game
Nike
being released as an Xbox One exclusive now, coming with a pre-order bonus of controller skins, though.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
They just
That's
like pre-built. I mean, yeah, that Nike stuff you can do online as well, and like Puma as well, and a couple of other shoe stuff. So perhaps this is via a web page or an app of some sort. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Okay, let's get into the other interesting. I guess another interesting announcement we saw today was the walls of the software walls have been sort of like taken down between PC and Xbox One. We talked a little bit about this before the show started, but this was pretty ubiquitous across all the games they were talking about. Rob, what was your take on what is Xbox's crossplay? What have they called it again?
Play anywhere.
Play anywhere. Anywhere. Wherever you want.
This is part of Microsoft's continued efforts to be more and more and more like Sony and more and more and more like Valve.
Right.
This is cross-buy, cross-play on Xbox, basically. It's a long time coming. I'm glad it's here. I don't know how successful it's going to be. I don't know how many people are in that Venn diagram of Windows 10 fans and Xbox One fans who want to play a game between their PC and their console. I don't know how many of those people exist.
I think the biggest problem they had previously with this was that if you owned a PC, because the Xbox One was so underpowered, that you were like, okay, well, if I'm going to get Quantum Break on both of these or any of these games, you'd be like, no, I'm definitely playing it on PC. Like I played The Witcher 3 on Xbox One, and then when I built my new PC, I have never touched that again. Like, you'd never choose one or the other. And the thing with the Sony stuff was that, like, it was on PS4 and Vita. And it made sense because they're like two different use cases for playing games, right? So it did feel like an value-added thing. So, I mean, lots of games have this. They were talking about Gears of War was going to be on that, Forza Horizon 3. They've also talked about cross-save being sort of ubiquitous, and cross-play then between a lot of these as well. So we had Xbox One folks playing with PC folks in Forza as well. It's a better deal than the Sony thing, right, Mike? Because it's like these are full-price games. It's not like, Vita. I like my Vita, but it's a Vita,
Yeah, it's like Guacamelee and stuff.
Yeah.
Good game, but
indie games mostly, right?
Yeah. No, like this is, you buy Gears of War 4, you have it on both platforms. Like you said, it makes a little more sense to have one that's like kind of a mobile thing and one that's handheld and one's like stationary in your living room. It's kind of odd that it would be odd if like PC and consoles were just kind of you buy one, you don't have the other, even though that you're playing in the same space. But it makes sense. I mean, if I get Halo Wars 2, I can play it on my Xbox, depending on where I am. I can play it on PC. It seems like a really good deal. You're not like forking out like two different versions of the game, like $60
and like
each time.
And they're surely not losing money on this. Like, there's probably not a lot of people who are like buying both on PC and Xbox.
Right.
Like up until now. They're probably going to get a lot of goodwill out of it. It's going to feel like an ALU-VAD every time you buy an Xbox, because every person buying an Xbox, they're like, oh, all these games are going to now work on it.
I think from their perspective, it encourages PC owners to check out an Xbox, encourages Xbox One owners to upgrade to Windows 10, which Microsoft really wants you to do.
That's a good point.
Because it's not going to be Windows XP, presumably, not going to be Windows 8, it's going to have to be Windows 10.
ME.
Did I just say Windows XP?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So it's not going to be any of those operating systems, it's only going to be on Windows 10. So it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, good news. Okay, let's talk about some goddamn video games. Gears of War 4. Rod Ferguson got trotted out on stage, showed it off. It's on Xbox Play Anywhere. It's cross-buy, cross-play, cross-everything. Laura Bailey came out, and then we saw some hot gameplay. Once again, not during the daytime. This was maybe during the daytime, but the storm was so bad that it felt like it was the nighttime. Dave Jewett, do you think Gears of War 4's campaign has daytime?
I hope so, because damn, that game series is bleak.
Yes.
But I mentioned before,
horror roots,
saying that they need to do something special for me to want to get hype about Gears of War again. I'm not sure they've done that. Some of the set pieces looked amazing, the graphics looked great, but it still just looks by the books Gears of War.
Yeah.
I suppose if you're a Gears of War fan, that's exactly what you want.
But you're a Gears of War fan.
It's not exactly what I want. I want
right,
something a bit more new. I want a shot of adrenaline into its spine. I want to be excited for Gears again. And while we've seen some new set pieces, upgraded weapons, it looks a lot nicer. And we even got teased with an old Marcus. I think that was the only bit that makes you want to pick it up again to see what Marcus has been up to. I mean, it looks great, but
it's been getting grey, hasn't it?
It's just more Gears of War.
Yeah, I mean, the bit they showed, actually, this part here where they showed the turret firing at you, and then when you went up and pressed X on that thing,
that was dumb.
The turret just stopped firing for no reason. I mean, it's a little. Did it need to like breathe new life into this?
Oh, I mean, I think this game isn't gory enough, isn't disgusting enough.
Doom Light, you called it.
Yeah, Doom Light, I've called it. Yeah, like you've been playing Doom recently, right?
Yeah.
And it is filthy.
Yeah.
It is horrendous.
I feel
it
like,
is amazing.
Dripping. I feel like I need a shower after I play it.
Absolutely. And this is like a Diet Coke version of that.
Right.
You know, it's not quite gruesome enough, I would say.
Yeah, it's a bit more Microsoft than Epic Games, I think, is what you could say about Gears of War recently. Although they do have the Ripper from Unreal Tournament in this game now, which is pretty cool. I mean, it felt like a lot of Twitter was having the same reaction, where it's like, this is quite safe, right, Mike?
Yeah, because I mean, going back to the first Gears of War, the thing that struck me after 9 years is that how much it's just kill these enemies, advance to the next area, kill these enemies, advance to the next area. I think the more shooters we see, the more we kind of appreciate when they can contextualize the combat in a engaging or meaningful way. And the thing that struck me with this was that lightning storm part, but it wasn't even that. You were just dodging these things across this one parking lot.
And it seemed like the person who was playing had played this before and knew where not to go as well a little bit.
I needed something, like Dave said, to actually convince me they're still creative and they're not out of energy with the series, even though this is their first full original game from the Coalition. And they were obviously created specifically to make these games, so they know what they're doing. But is there still inspiration there?
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't look like it right now.
It's weird. We'll have to wait and see. And a lot of dialogue in this, which, in a post-Uncharted 4 world, it's great to have all that sort of stuff. But then also, it's a post-Uncharted 4 world. You can't just have your by-the-number shooter anymore. So, we'll have to wait and see, I guess. They're also releasing an Xbox Elite controller for this, so good job. You want to spend a lot of hot money on that stuff. All right, let's shift gears a little bit here. Forza Horizon 3, sorry. Has been announced. Dave, as you saw, the Lambo outside of Microsoft's press conference, you spotted that.
Yeah.
Gave us that hot tip.
And we saw the black and orange one right in the game as well. So
we did. We saw 4 people playing on a bunch of different consoles, on wheels, on controllers, on everything. It's in Australia. Look at that. Look at all this Australia happening right now. How much Australia can you play? A lot of it. It's an open world. Who's excited about this one?
Yeah.
Mike Mahardy, what do you think?
Definitely. I'm not really into racing games, but this looks like something that I could just...
You just love Australia.
Yeah.
You just any game, any movie. Mad Max, big fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But mainly just the fact that you can kind of almost lazily drive around exploring.
Right.
Because I'm not a competitive racer, but my favorite racing games are the ones that obviously they have that great kinetic energy to it, but I'm looking forward to actually kind of exploring this.
Look at this. You're racing a car that's on a helicopter. That's a bit unfair, really, isn't it, Rob? It looks great, right? Graphically, I mean.
I was mesmerised by this.
Yeah.
I thought it looked fantastic. I thought it was one of the best games on the press conference, actually. It reminds me a little bit of Forza Horizon. It reminds me a little bit of
really?
Of the first Forza Horizon.
and also the second one.
And number 2, yes. It reminds me of Burnout Paradise, actually.
Right, okay.
And I miss Burnout Paradise, Danny.
That's an interesting reference, because they are going for 4-player co-op open world, and my brain instantly went to The Crew, which is because that was basically the USP of that game, was this is a 4-player co-op game, it's open world, go have a laugh. But yeah, right, Burnout Paradise was the same thing. It was just jaunting around, doing dumb types of races and stuff.
Yeah, doing crazy stuff in beautiful locations.
Do you think DJ Atomica is in Forza Horizon 3?
I would hope so.
Dave, what was your take on this?
It takes a lot for me to get excited for a racing game. It's not really my thing. but I am really excited to play this. The fact that I can race through streets, swamps, jungle, beaches,
deserts.
Yeah, huge variety of different like types of racing. Like it's got like Essence of Burnout Paradise, Essence of Dirt, Essence of Forza. It's kind of bringing all these different...
Essence of Fuel.
Yeah, it's got all the different racing games, and it's now brought them under one flag as Forza, and it's just race anywhere. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, it actually looks really diverse for a Forza Horizon game, because actually, you know, Forza Horizon 2, it's very like, okay, here's your Mediterranean and here is your street. But like it felt quite, you know, not generic, but like just like across the board. Pretty similar. So yeah, this looks pretty interesting.
Nobody's allowed to run over the kangaroos, though.
Not allowed.
I won't allow it.
I wonder if there's going to be that one road that's just like covered in cane toads. You know, like those truckers just run. There's like one trucking race where you're
just ruins your handling.
Burning through cane toads. Yeah, a drop bear drops on your head. So sorry, Ed Tran, who's directing the show, is Australian. He's probably screaming in my ear right now. Coming to Xbox One and Windows 10, upgrade from Millennium Edition, folks. Go play Forza Horizon 3. We also saw some gameplay of Recore for the very first time. This is KJ Inafune's sort of getting his fingers in there a little bit. We were saying was a bunch of the creative team behind
Metroid Prime.
Yeah. What was your take on it, Mike?
I'm kind of glad they showed more of like how the robots are going to be, how you're like building up a team. It seems like I don't know if they're going to carry each of them through the entire game or how that's going to work, but I mean the way that they were showing it was kind of, she was using one that was like a grappling hook almost.
Yeah.
Seems like, I don't know, like almost like a Mega Man vibe. Like obviously Inafune is attached to it, but it looks like you're gaining these actual abilities, which that also strikes me as the Metroid Prime aspect that I'm interested in. Kind of the exploring that new world and have these item gates that you get through and learn all these new abilities as you're going. Kind of seems like I still don't completely understand what the game is yet in terms of its overarching structure. It looks open world, but I have no idea.
Yeah, maybe it's that Metroidvania thing as well. You're sort of doubling back when you get different robots and exploring that way. What did you think, Rob? I kind of like it on paper. I'm willing to, like, anyone who like tries something new in gameplay, I'm willing to like give a shot. Didn't look like a game that was like particularly, I mean, it came after games like Forza and Gears, so maybe my eyes were just readjusting again. But what did you think?
I'm probably showing my age here, but it reminds me of Jet Force Gemini.
Okay.
On the N64.
Right, yeah.
You know, that third-person shooting sort of game, or Sin and Punishment, actually, as well.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Haven't heard that in about 10, 20 years. Okay.
But I like those sort of games, those sort of arcadey, third-person shooters. And also I think it was really important that Microsoft showed off a game like this, something which stood out a little bit from the, you know, famous franchise new number sort of thing that they were going for. So I was quite impressed by this. I thought it popped in the press conference.
All right. Another new franchise which they showed off. I mean, we saw this game at E3 before. We saw it at Gamescom last year. Now we saw the biggest boss that Platinum Games have ever created in Scalebound. What did you think of this one, Mike?
I like the scale of it.
God damn it.
No, I really didn't mean that.
Get out.
I like the scope of it.
Yeah, okay.
So there we go. The boss they showed looked not like a Shadow of the Colossus vibe, really. Cause
it was a giant enemy crab, Mike.
Yeah, you could just say that about any
keeping with E3
bosses. I thought it was more interesting than like I originally thought it might be, because it originally struck me as like a Devil May Cry. You're fighting a bunch of these smaller enemies, and you have a dragon with you. But I kind of like the idea of, I don't know, fighting this gigantic thing with weak points.
With your buddies, though.
It looks a little, with the co-op involved, too. It looks a little more nuanced than I thought the original trailer was conveying.
Bit mashier, yeah.
Maybe the Dante-esque character threw me off.
I'm still not sure about him, to be completely honest. Yeah.
No. I mean, definitely piqued my interest, though, more than it did.
Any fans of this type of game here sitting on the couch?
It looks, I mean, I definitely got excited seeing the, you know, again, the scale of it. But the douchebag character is really kind of making me not want to play.
Grating a bit, yeah.
Yeah. There's the magic, the dragons, all that looks awesome. It's kind of that balance of Western and JRPG that makes me want to play it. I think I'd be more tempted to get it if like 3 friends called me and said, Dave, this is really good, you should pick it up and join as a 4-man group. But playing it solo and just having all my company just being that douchebag with his headphones.
Right.
That might get
was
a bit
everyone
grating.
that guy?
Yeah, it looked to see if there was variants of that one dude.
Great.
I don't really love how much time was spent just like shooting at it as a bullet sponge.
Right, yeah.
I don't want to sound rude, because I know the people that work on this, they work very hard, they're very talented people. this was boring.
Right.
This was a slow murder of a large crab. Like, why would you want to watch that? You know, it was.
It didn't. Well, there was a lot going on, but you're saying for what was going on, it wasn't all that compelling.
Yeah, there was no threat of danger there. It was people hitting something with a giant shell. I mean, you know, and eventually they got through the cracks. You know? I wasn't that impressed. The game elsewhere, I've seen other footage of the game. It looks great. I just don't think this is very good.
Spectacle, not a lot of substance in the demo.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to. Well, I wonder who the audience is that's really psyched about this, because so many of the people that I saw looking at, just reacting to it in previous conferences haven't been hot on it. So let us know what you think in the comments below. It's coming out 2017 to PC and Xbox One. Rare, for a while there, they were just kind of doing whatever Microsoft told them. Yo, remake that thing, do that. Sea of Thieves has been this project that they've been working on for a long time, sort of Sid Meier's Pirates mixed with like Minecraft or something. It looks alright, doesn't it?
Yeah. I've been wanting a good pirate game for a long time. The elements of like the ship management, like we see a guy actually get a captain's cabin. When they're under fire, they actually have to repair their ship. I would definitely pick this up with some friends and like create my scallywag crew and go across the 7 seas. Again, it looks like something that might be...
Jesus Christ. How many pirating references are going to get in here, Dave?
I'm doing my best. It does look, again, like the kind of thing that would be less exciting playing like either with randoms or by myself.
Yeah.
Like I would need to be able to, maybe it's just I'm a control freak, but I need to have a group of friends to tell them what to do. I'm the captain of this ship. I'm the captain now.
I mean, yeah, it seems like it's been developed with that in mind. They had some hot influencers here playing, having a jolly old time. What did you think about this one, Rob?
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I thought it was a lot of fun. It might be, I'm not sure whether it's the game or whether it was the influencers playing the game. Maybe I just wanted to hang out with them because they seemed like a lot of fun. But the game seems like a lot of fun. The whole swashbuckling adventure sort of thing. I think there's room for that. I'd like to give it a try. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to know what the sort of the objective, the grand objective of this game is. I mean, some games don't need it. Like Minecraft's all about creating. This game seems to be more about exploration and like working together. So I wonder if it's going to be sort of like, I would like this filtered through some sort of like No Man's Sky, you need to get here kind of thing, right? And the further you get, the harder it gets. And maybe there are massive crabs you have to kill there as well. Seems to be the thing everyone loves right now.
So you're thinking it's going to be open world?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Like, it doesn't seem to me like a deathmatch game. Like, because that's basically what they showed, was like a team deathmatch on boats, right? But like this to me must be like a snippet of what's happening in a grander sort of thing. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I would assume they just showed this because combat plays well to these kind of press conferences. But I don't know. Maybe it's the minimalistic kind of cartoony art style that doesn't convince me it's going to be that deep, which I know that's like not at all indicative of the game systems, but it seems like they're going for a more surface appeal of the pirate thing. I mean, like David said earlier, if you're like by yourself, it would be kind of funny to see like a one-on-one thing where the guys are sprinting between the sails and the cannon and the wheel. It doesn't have me completely sold. I really like Assassin's Creed 4, not as an Assassin's Creed game. I like it as a pirate game.
Right.
And if something's gonna beat that out for me when I have that itch, it would have to be pretty deep. Like if you said, if it was an open world where you're actually worried about like trading and kind of like having these, I don't know, hideouts set up all over the place for your scallywags, as Dave said, or whatever. That would convince me to check out this game and put a lot of time into it. But right now, I'm not completely sold on it.
It's been a good year for pirate games. We played Uncharted 4. I'm looking forward to getting back on the ship. Yes, more from Sea of Thieves. Hopefully soon, but they haven't got a release date for that one either, I don't think. But it's coming out Windows 10 and
I get
Xbox
to play it
One.
later this week, actually. Now that
really?
Yeah, so I'll check that out.
Yeah, let us know more of your insights on GameSpot.com. Also said Xbox.com. That's not good. I'm going crazy with the Xbox fever. Halo Wars 2.
Yeah.
You called it beforehand. We saw a interesting, fancy-looking trailer. Kind of looked like that Halo 3 little diorama thing. What did you think of what you saw of that trailer?
So to get into the geeky Halo lore side, I mean,
do it. Yeah. Did you spot anything?
Yeah, they were saying. I've never heard of this faction of brutes before, which brutes were introduced in Halo 2, but they've been around a while before it, during like the Civil War, the Covenant Civil War. But They said it's going to be a sequel to Halo Wars, which could mean it could be set whenever. It could have been set between ODST and 3 for all we know, but it appears it's still before like Reach.
Okay.
Because there's still a lot of Spartans they showed, so clearly they're not all wiped out. But the thing I'm excited about is the first game, as much as I liked it, it was very shallow for an RTS. It was an RTS made for Halo players.
Right, yeah.
Whereas I want
basic.
a Halo game made for RTS players.
Yeah.
Because I really like RTS. That's like one of my favorite, like, kind of not niche genres, but that's like what I grew up with, like Command & Conquer, Homeworld, stuff like that.
And look at the success of Total Warhammer. I mean, that thing has sold an insane amount of money, and insane copies, and this is going to come to PC as well.
Yeah, and the fact that Creative Assembly is doing this, they have a lot of background with RTS, so it might not be that basic, just rock, paper, scissors structure the first game had. Maybe they'll actually have a little more nuance to that kind of structure, which all RTSs kind of have that. StarCraft 2 has that, but they have good ways of finding nuance within that framework. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Do you think they'll have 2 control systems? One for PC,
right?
One for console?
That is odd, yeah, because Halo Wars was just, correct me if I'm wrong, just exclusively 360 at first, right?
Yeah. Precisely.
So that begs the question, how are they going to kind of map it for the different platforms? Because PC, you feel like you would almost have to favor PC and then figure out how to map it to a controller.
Yeah.
But would your main audience be console players, and then you have to take that into account, whether it's like Xbox players that are going to mainly be attracted to the Halo name?
Like, we have seen other games go to the effort of creating 2. I mean, XCOM 2 recently came out on PC, and now it's coming to console, and they are going to have to redo the UI for
Enemy
that game.
Unknown was really good on consoles.
Yes.
As far as UI UX goes.
Yeah, it didn't sell apparently.
Right.
Which is why they went first with the PC this time, but
Sure.
clearly there's enough people asking for it. Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. It's been a little while since we had a Halo Wars game, so if you're excited about that one, please give us your thoughts in the comment box below. We got a great little... I don't want to say this is something I don't know, weren't expecting. We happy few. This has been a game that's been bouncing around for a while, right? It's like an indie, first-person, like, exploration game. The trailer we saw today made it, first of all, it's gotten a serious lick of paint. It looks really great. And it also looks almost like Bioshock-esque in a way. Who knows? That bit we saw was probably just a setup at the start of the game, and then it breaks out into its more sort of, sir, you are being hunted, open world kind of thing. But what did you think of this, Rob? You seem to be very impressed by it.
I think this was the game of the show.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was amazing. It was dark and disturbing and creepy in all the ways I like things to be like that. I mean, it reminded me of 1984. In fact, there was almost a reference in 1984 at the start where the main character was trying to alter newspaper reports.
Right, yeah.
Keith and Winston did in 1984. I think the scene where you're hitting the piñata, it's so disgusting and dark because he's not taking his joy pills, right? Which makes him see the world like in a far more utopian way. He's not taking them, and he's hitting a piñata, and it turns out he's actually hitting a rat, and there's like blood everywhere. And just I'm a sucker for utopias with a flaw at the heart of it, you know, like basically a dressed up dystopia. So I thought this was, I loved the tone, I loved how it looked, and I'm really impressed that an indie studio, presumably a small indie studio, is delivering a 3D game like this.
Yeah, it's been shopped around for a while. I played it at Gamescom for like a good 40 minutes maybe last year, and it's fun. And like I like games like Sir, You're Being Hunted, which if you don't play those games, they're basically like sort of sandbox worlds that you go into, and you're basically given a sort of a vague, I mean, Sorry You're Being Hunted is a roguelike. I don't think this is. You're given like a vague like thing, like, oh, you should like break into people's houses and get things, and explore different biomes within the world. This one apparently has a bunch of different biomes. One is like the sort of dressed up dystopia you're talking about here, where you have to act a certain way and pretend like you're happy, and like or the bobbies will come get you. Then there's like another district with just people who've come off their joy, which is they're all kind of like downtrodden, and it's a bit more like rural, and they don't like the other people, and like they have gates to stop the joyless getting in to the other place. So it looks like that, and a mixture of that and like Thief, because you're like breaking into houses and turning off turrets and stuff like that. So we didn't get to see a lot of that, but
yeah, I like the theme of depression as well, like if you're suffering from depression, you have to be smiling all the time.
Right, yeah.
You have to present yourself as happy all the time.
Yeah.
And I think it's touching on that.
Yeah.
I think that it deliberately is touching on that, and I like that.
Yeah, and also how like the richer bourgeoisie people with the money for joy kind of look down on the downers, I think they're calling them.
Yes, totally.
So it's kind of like how the society perceives depression could be a theme for that
Totally.
story.
Or how society perceives poverty as well, because the sort of the downer people live in this sort of caste type part of the world as well. So, you know, it's all well and good when you're rich, but you haven't got the cash, it's a bit different. Interesting game.
Yeah.
Really, like, it's scrubbed up real well. You should go back and check out gameplay of that. I mean, it didn't look bad, but it looked like an indie PC game. Whereas now it actually, I mean, it looks super polished.
It also seemed more like it was just falling into that don't starve kind of vein of the
Yeah,
everything I
totally.
played, like you had said, it was in this rundown kind of like overgrown part of town where there's just a bunch of these, like, a lot of the downers were almost like these zombies kind of.
Yeah.
And you're collecting like supplies.
It's like basic AI, kind of rough around the edges.
It seemed interesting, but there's so many of those games now, I think it's kind of permeated in that genre.
Yeah.
So, or it's kind of, like, it's too pervasive now where I like the new angle they showed today.
Yeah.
Kind of showed a different side to it that I wasn't expecting at all.
Maybe that's just the single player setup, and then it does still turn into that type of game. I mean, maybe that's enough. We'll have to wait and see. But very excited about seeing more of We Happy Few. All right, let's kick it off with another game that we hoped was going to come back this year. We saw the trailer, Dead Rising 4. It's out. Frank West is back. It's coming out, rather. Frank West is back, and it's coming out actually pretty soon, holiday 2016. Mike, you excited about this one?
Yeah, I am. We were talking earlier in the pre-show whether they were going to kind of go back to Dead Rising 1 and 2 a little bit more. You see them getting less reserved as they go on. Dead Rising 3 I had a lot of fun with, but it was a very Western open world like zombie game. I mean, based on what they were showing in this, that looks almost like Sunset Overdrive kind of weapons, but doesn't look like they have any reservations with this game.
Yeah.
See, that's just a giant snack stand that he's driving.
I mean, I kind of hope they're not leaning too hard into the nonsense of Dead Rising 3.
Because
I'm a little bit worried about that.
The question I want answered is, like, how is the structure going to work? Because 2 is very kind of this methodical, you go out for a certain amount of time, you're going to want to come back with Zombrex.
Yeah. And then 1 was like, you got to keep an eye on that clock because you can't do all the missions.
There's this interesting overarching element that kind of overshadows everything, whereas in 3, you did have a limited time, but it was like 12 hours or something. It was ridiculous. You didn't have to worry about it if you even played that game longer than 12 hours. The crafting looks like it's coming back, obviously. The Christmas aesthetic, I love anti-Christmas things.
Right.
I'm not against Christmas, but, you know, like, I love Die Hard. It's set during Christmas, but it's not a Christmas movie.
Right, yeah.
I kind of like hearing sleigh bells while
murdering
driving
people?
these massive flaming snack stands. As
Great.
zombies.
Well, this is the perfect game for you, Mike Mahardy.
Remind me to not hang out with you in December.
Oh, yeah. I go nuts.
I love a good Christmas game, yeah. 2016. This is great. We only got a couple of months to wait for it. Okay, we better wrap it up. I want to give a quick little head nod. Let's do the Roman Emperor, okay, for the games we forgot to mention. Minecraft's friendly update. Right. Apathy all around. Final Fantasy 15. Wow, okay.
The demo, I mean, not the game.
dude almost
Demo,
died a bunch of times.
Yeah, he just couldn't do it.
Some people thought it was going to like it faded into another one as well. It's coming out September 30th though. How about Killer Instinct? It's got General Ram in it. Jesus, all right.
Gears of War 1 is an old game. Like, do we care about that character anymore?
General Ram is the worst part of Gears of War 1, so it's weird that they are focusing on him, but sure, go for it. How about Gwent? Great, all right, all around, everyone likes it. State of Decay 2, coming out 2017. And that's it. Xbox One hands Scorpio. Yeah.
Totally.
All right. Powerful Xboxes are back. Thank Christ. Thank you so much for watching here, folks. We'll be back real soon with Ubisoft showing off not Assassin's Creed, apparently. Not Assassin's Creed. This is a movie year. Michael Fassbender demanded they don't release a game this year. That, Watch Dogs 2, and a bunch of other stuff. That's kicking off at 2 o'clock, I think our pre-show is. So come back for that. We've got Sony afterwards as well. 12 o'clock, apparently, according to my ear hole. There you go. Thank you so much. So stick around. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Follow us on Twitch. Stick around on GameSpot, and we will see you again real soon. Take care.